Welcome to another On Deck Baseball video tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about the pregame durability rest check. This is a chart that replicates the need for real-life players to have a seat and get rest during the season. It also forces the user to put some of those bench players in, get them some at-bats, and spread the at-bats around the roster. So basically what it does is, and it's completely random, although you'll notice that there are some positions that have a percentage of rest higher than others. Most notably, catcher will be a position that needs more rest on more occasions than others. The pitcher result is also a lot less than the other results. That's also to reflect that there is a fatigue system in place. So with that in use, I didn't feel like there needed to be a lot of results on the chart for that. The results throughout the chart, like I said, are random. You'll notice that there are 5 different areas on the chart where the chart is not applicable. So if you roll that result, you don't have to worry about resting anybody. And then with each position, you'll also notice that there is a negative number, and we're going to pit that against the durability rating of the player on the player's card in a confrontation roll. Now, there are some other little rules that go along with this chart. I do have everything listed on the bottom. So if the player result is that a player is pulled, that player does become available for that game at the start of the 5th inning. That's to reflect that in real life, a player may be resting, but if he is needed absolutely throughout the game, that he is available to take a pinch hit or go into the field for defensive purposes. Most of the time, I would imagine that if the game is out of reach or if the user has the team pretty much locked in for a victory, and it's the middle of the game, you can sometimes tell that they'll probably just let the bench player play out the rest of the game. But the player will become available at the start of the 5th inning. Also, if the game that you're about to play is going to be after a scheduled day off for that team, you will be adding a +2 to the player's durability rating. This is to reflect that the player has actually just had a day of rest, and it will make it more difficult to roll a result, which he will be pulled from the game or from the starting lineup. So I have the durability and rest check chart here. I have a score sheet here. Probably not going to get into filling that out today, as we're just going to check our lineup. I am going to be doing this for one team today. You would be doing it for both teams if you are playing solo. That way you could check if each team needs players to be pulled for rest. If you are playing it head-to-head, each user would use it for their own team. So I'm going to go ahead and slide that over. I'm going to slide this one up. So we'll go through the lineup here as soon as we get through our schedule. You'll notice I have Tommy Alcova. He's actually playing second base. Gabriel in right field. Torres is my third baseman. Garland, my left fielder. Valenzuela is catching. Cheney is actually playing first base. I believe this team had an injury to Callahan. Rowe is my shortstop. Good in center field, and Tucker is my DH for this game. This team goes with a speedy DH because they do not have a lot of power on their bench. So basically what we're going to do is first we're going to roll a red and a blue die to find out what players have a chance of being rested. So we'll go ahead and roll that. I have a blue 9 and a red 5. So blue 9 down to a 5 is a possibility of my shortstop and my DH. So what we'll do now is we'll find our shortstop, which is Rowe. His durability is a 3. So the number that I'm up against is a -2. So I have a -2 against a durability of 3. So that is a +1 on the roll. If it's a 6 or above, the player is good, does not need to be rested, and can stay in the lineup. If it is a 5 or below, the player does need to be pulled, and we need to replace him with a bench player. So again, it's a -1 on the roll, and I have an 8. So John Roll is good. He's going to stay in the game. Now we're going to go over to the DH. It is a -1 on the chart. We're going to find out where that goes for Tucker. His durability is a 4, so it's actually a +3 on the roll, and that gives us an 8. So neither player needs to be rested. Now we'll go and do that one more time just to kind of get another practice roll out of it. So I have a 4-1, blue 4, and a red 1. So this time we're going again with the shortstop, but the third baseman. So the shortstop, again, is Rowe. Durability, again, is a 3. We're up against a -1, so that's a +2 on the roll. So it's an 11. Rowe does not need to rest. And we're going to shoot over to our third baseman, which is Torres, I believe. His durability is a 3. We're up against a -4 here, so it's going to be a -1 on the roll. A 5 goes down to a 4, so Torres would need to be rested for 1 game. I would then go find a backup for Torres. You don't really have to do anything other than just insert a new player into the lineup. You may want to change the lineup a little bit. I would most likely have Toby Thomas come in to play third base. But you'll notice that while it doesn't really affect the defense, I am losing a power guy. Going to have Thomas coming in who does not have much power. He is a little bit faster. So I do get a little bit more speed in the lineup. But it will get Toby Thomas some at-bats that he otherwise most likely would not have. Again, Torres would be available to come into the game at the start of the 5th inning. Should I need him to pinch hit or come in, well, I guess defensively it wouldn't matter. But he is available 5th inning on if you wanted to put him back into the lineup. So that is the pregame durability rest check. I should mention that your lineups should be pretty much established before you go into this rest check. You don't have to write them onto the score sheet, obviously, because you may have changes to make. But that way you'll know that the starters are the ones that are up against a possible rest check. So that is it for the pregame durability rest check. It is available now for download on the website for the game, on-deckbaseballgame.com. I may be doing hard copies along with some of the expansion packs so people can have the chart physically in their hand on the 5x8 cards that I use. But other than that, we're all set. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. This will be on YouTube as well as the website, and I will post a link on Facebook as well. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Bye.